Territorial dominance in cats. Understanding how cats act. Both house cats and wild cats are known for being very protective. One interesting thing about cats that has changed over millions of years is their territorial control. People who own cats, work as vets, or study animal behavior need to understand the complicated rules of territorial authority. This video will go into detail about the idea of territorial dominance in cats. It will look at where it comes from in terms of evolution, the different ways cats mark and defend their area, and what this means for cats and their owners. 1. The evolutionary roots of controlling territory. To understand how cats show territorial authority, it is important to look at how it evolved. Domestic cats' wild relatives lived alone, and they learned to be territorial. Because they had to compete for resources like food and places to mate. Cats have a deep-seated need to protect an area so they can meet their basic survival needs. 2. Marking of territory. Cats use different techniques to mark their territory. This lets other cats know who owns the area and serves as a warning. Here are some of the most popular ways to do it. If you want to know how a cat marks its area, one of the most obvious ways is by spraying urine. By leaving a smell trail, a cat lets other cats know it's there, usually to warn them of danger or to let them know it's ready to mate. Cats have smell glands on the pads of their paws, and when they scratch, they leave behind scent markers. Not only does this help them mark their territory, but it also helps them get stronger and polish their claws. Marks on the face. Cats have scent glands on their forehead and lips. As a way to show affection, they often rub their faces against things and people. It also helps them mark their area. Pheromone markers. Cats have glands all over their bodies that release pheromones. These chemical marks are left on things by cats when they rub against them, and they show how the cat is feeling. 3. Keeping the land safe. Cats are very good at protecting their territory. If they think someone is trying to take over their area, they may act aggressively to protect it. Some examples of this are hissing, biting, and even physical fights. Even though domestic cats don't always fight physically, they can fight with other cats' minds by strutting around and making themselves look bigger and scarier. 4. What this means for house cats and their owners. It is very important for people who own cats to understand how cats show territorial control. It can help pet owners give their pets a better, more peaceful place to live. Here are some important effects. When you have more than one cat in your home, it's important to make sure that each cat has its own space, complete with a litter box and a place to eat. This can make fights between cats less likely. By giving cats chances to play, explore, and be mentally stimulated, you can satisfy their natural desire to protect their territory and keep them from acting out. Neutering and spaying. Many cats' possessive behavior is linked to their need to mate. When cats are neutered or spayed, they are less likely to mark their territory and be aggressive. Discussing with professionals. If you're having issues with your cats being protective or aggressive, talking to a vet or animal behaviorist can help you figure out what's going on and come up with ways to fix it. Cats' need to be in charge of their territory is a complicated and deeply rooted part of how they act. Understanding where cats' marking behaviors came from in development, how they do it, and what this means for cats and their owners is important for keeping these pets safe and happy. By understanding and accepting their need to protect their territory, we can get along better with our cats and make sure they are healthy. What does a house cat mean when it claims its territory? A house cat's behavior of making a certain place in the house its own territory by marking it and protecting it is called territorial dominance. Even though house cats don't have to fight for food and shelter like their wild ancestors did, they still act territorially, though in a different way. The most important parts of a house cat's territorial control are these. Setting up territory. House cats usually have certain rooms or parts of the house that they consider their own. They might like looking down from high places, hiding in cozy spots, or being in quiet places where they feel safe. Marking the territory. There are different ways for house cats to mark their area inside the house. Leave scents. Cats have smell glands on their paws, cheeks, and other parts of their bodies. They may rub their faces on furniture, walls, or even their owners, to leave scents that let others know they are there and that the place is theirs. Drawing. To show that they own a certain area, cats may scratch furniture or scratching posts. Their scratching lets other animals know where their territory is and keeps their claws in good shape. Marking with urine. Some house cats may mark their area with urine, though this is less common in cats that have been spayed or neutered. This is more common in cats that haven't been spayed or neutered, and it can be a problem for cat owners. Protecting the area. When house cats sense a threat to the area they have claimed, they may become aggressive. This kind of violence can include hissing, growling, and even physical fights with other pets in the house or people or cats that the dog doesn't know. Pay attention to personal space. House cats may be protective, so it's important for owners to respect their cat's personal space and give them places to go when they need to be alone or have some privacy. Giving cats nice places to hide, scratching posts, and high places to sit can help them feel safe in their own territory. Improving the environment. To keep cats from fighting over territory and to meet their mental and physical needs, it's important to give them interesting things to do in their surroundings. This includes toys that let kids connect with each other, chances to play, and regular mental stimulation. When cats are mentally and physically healthy, they are less likely to act aggressively in their territory. Get your pet spayed or neutered. When house cats are sterilized, their mating drives are tamed, which can make their territorial behaviors like marking their territory with urine and being aggressive less strong. Neutering and spaying your pet can help reduce these problems. To make a good living space for both cats and their people friends, it's important to understand and deal with territorial control in house cats. It's important to pay attention to your cat's behavior, give them the tools and stimulation they need, and talk to a vet or animal behaviorist if you have issues with your cat being aggressive or territorial.